And what they do is Congress or the state gives marching orders to these agencies. Now, these agencies, because they are foreign, they're actually you call them foreign and domestic enemies. What they do to rule us, then, Congress said we are going to fund these things, and they will publish in the Federal Register, which is the federal newspaper, to give us notice, legal notice, what they are going to do to us. And in that Federal Register, these agencies are operating under rules and rules are government and regulations is us.
And they are literally letters of marque. The Imperium gives them seal to engage in piracy, to engage in forfeiture against the slave enemy. Just like when the Soviets took over, they called everyone rebels and then gave letters of marque to their agents. It is, you are the enemy of the government. They have set forth armies to eat out your substance. We'll be right back.
Heart disease is on the rise. Clogged arteries, high blood pressure, and high cholesterol levels may not be fully detected by you, but the symptoms are there. Loss of energy, blood sugar spikes and drops, poor circulation, and irregular heartbeat are just a few of these that can alert you that something is wrong. Hear how Heart and Body Extract is making a difference in thousands of people's lives across America.
My blood pressure has normalized. My diabetes has totally improved.
Everyone is telling me now how much healthier I look, and I'm telling everyone how much healthier I feel. I recommend Heart and Body Extract to everyone.
Anybody over 40 in the North American continent should be using this product as a preventative to keep their cardiovascular system healthy.
Order your 2-month supply today by calling 866-295-5305. That's 866-295-5305. Or order online, hbextract.com. Heart and Body Extract, 866-295-5305 or hbextract.com.
Now, from the makers of Loose Change, the most downloaded film in internet history, comes the long-awaited release of Loose Change Final Cut, an entirely new 2-hour film that completely destroys the official fable forever. Loose Change Final Cut hopes to be a catalyst for a new independent investigation in which family members receive answers to their questions, and the true perpetrators of this horrendous crime are brought to justice. Loose Change Final Cut is the ultimate 9/11 expose. From hijackers being trained at U.S. military bases to bombs in the buildings, Loose Change Final Cut is the one 9/11 film everyone must see. Secure your copy of Loose Change Final Cut today at Infowars.com or PrisonPlanet.com. While you're visiting the online video store, be sure to check out the huge discounts on films like Endgame, Blueprint for Global Enslavement, America, Freedom to Fascism, and hundreds of other titles. We're in a no-holds-barred information war. Truth is our weapon, and PrisonPlanet.com has the tools you need to take the fight back to Big Brother.
Once, America was led by real politicians. Now politicians in the U.S., city, county, state, and federal are owned and controlled by corporations. We have corporate representatives instead of politicians. Criminal corporate manipulation has caused grain prices to soar to the highest levels in history. Shortages of rice, corn, and wheat now exist in most countries. Natural disasters have put millions worldwide at risk of starvation. Food riots and bread lines occur daily in 30 nations, and not only is that list growing, but it's headed this way. Survival Enterprises are master distributors of the highest quality long-term storage foods. Mountain House freeze-dried foods, canned beef, chicken, turkey, butter, bacon, spices, cheese, fruit, and more. We have tons of food in stock now. Call 1-800-753-1981. That's 1-800-753-1981. Or go to beforeitstoolate.us. That's beforeitstoolate.us, where you'll find what you'll need to keep you and your loved ones secure. And remember, those without food will be servants of those with the food. Call now.
Jim Newcomer from Midas Resources. July 9, 2008. Gold opened at $921.50. 1 ounce gold coins can be purchased for $948.09, $466.95 for half ounce, and $233.48 for quarter. That's $948.09, $466.95, and $233.48.
Hedge funds caught in the malaise of mortgage bankruptcies. The bond market continues to slump. J.P. Morgan gets caught in a $10 billion bad deal for Chrysler. Housing sales fell 6.6%. Mortgage giant Countrywide showed mortgage payment woes spreading to the middle and upper class. Investors cast doubt on investment banks. Credit protection insurance for mortgage lenders are skyrocketing due to the increased risk. The U.S. dollar is free-falling against foreign currencies, and countries that previously financed the U.S. are now seeking safer alternatives. Economist Rudy Boyd published the report Bubble Leaking. Call for the report today, 800-686-2237. The value of your hard-earned money is being lost in a global game of chess. Call 800-686-2237. That's 800-686-2237.
Coming up, Ralph Winterwood's going to get into CPS. At every hospital, every clinic, they upload with computers by law to the local health department that carries out the eugenics operation under the federal charter. They report on your child. Neighbor's dog bites them, kids are gone. Child breaks their finger playing peewee football in front of witnesses, CPS is coming. Doesn't matter. Then, once they get them in the pedophile guild clutches, and we're not joking when I mean that, then the hospitals are not allowed to report on sexual or physical abuse, and that's why they're 5 times more likely in Fed zone numbers to abuse children. This is the sicko force. I mean, this is a guild of pedophiles. But the globalists do it because they want to break up families, so they contract with the pedophiles to run this. I mean, every state they've been caught, Texas, Florida, with pedophiles running the whole system. It's mainstream news, but the hell force is just increasing. But I want to get back into that later. Right now, Ralph, get into what these agencies are.
Well, what I finally discovered then, when they meet none of the qualifications of a public officer that has discretion, or they meet none of the qualifications of what's called an officer of the United States or an inferior officer of the United States. They're all employees. Now, herein lies the danger. You can't fire them. They don't work for us. You can't hold them accountable. It's almost impossible to sue them. Now, if they all look like they had turbans like out of Iraq or Iran, we'd know what they were. But they're sitting out here, and they're funded by the state or by the feds, and they're all employees, and that's called ministerial duties. They hold no public office. They have no discretion. They're mandated to work by the rules and regulations. That's the only thing that holds them accountable. They are no part of a government. We have no constitutional republic. If people use this word agency, it's got nothing to do with us. I've researched out the police, like in Alaska, the troopers. They're paramilitary. I heard this guy get up and testify. He says, we're paramilitary, which means they're outside the government. They're just like Blackwater.
Hell, Ralph, 2 years ago I saw the head of the Naval War College get up on C-SPAN and say, we work for Wall Street. We don't work for the American people. We work for the global government. I mean, it's just right out in the open now.
Well, it is, but the people are, I'm sorry to say this, but they're literally ignorant and stupid, and we got a bunch of them that are unfortunately in the stupid area because this is so far-fetched, they won't even consider the truth, the facts. I sit in this court, and I listen to him describe their definition of force, the Alaska State Troopers, is force up until you submit. And he said, we operate under the use of force continuum. Level 1, officer present. Level 2, orders, our military orders. Level 3 is our soft hand techniques. Level 4 is pepper spray. The next level up is we go to batons, and then we go up to guns. And it's whatever level.
And that's why required. Worse than Abu Ghraib torture happens everywhere. I have video in martial law in my film with them breaking men and women's arms for not getting up off a sidewalk. And then now in Canada, they say if they catch you without a ticket on a train or a bus, it says you are tasered for punishment. And the police chief came out and said, yes, we now punish you. I mean, that's Judge Dredd. They now punish you.
Well, they don't work for us. And right out of the Wasilla police manual I got, it says, we are professionals at making citizens arrest. They have no police power, it says. They have no police power. They're hired guns, just like Blackwater.
By the way, these new auxiliary police in England say the same thing. They say, we're authorized under English common law. But see, then they tell us we can't exercise our common law.
That's true, and the other part of this is, see, they can beat the living daylights out of us. If you touch one of them, you can be charged with a crime. You just touch it, just touch your finger. I've already tried these things.
It's a wonderland for control freak cowards. They get to rape, kill, abuse, rape children. I mean, folks, when you read about the Texas Youth Commission, where every facility was raping children, making films, having public rape parties, public gladiatorial fights, I mean, just something out of a nightmare. It's just, I call them the hell force, Ralph. I mean, the hell force is among us.
Well, let me tell you this. Right out of the Federal Register, first of all, there's an act of Congress. I think it's 97 or 98, under Clinton, that says they are going to average out the 3-year baseline of kids to adopt. There's mandatory requirements for the feds for if you're in the state program to get money to